How's it going, everybody? My name is Effelmimer, and today I want to analyze the new Dark Souls 2 E3 trailer. Specifically, the scene that starts at 50 seconds where we see our new main character challenging a Silver Knight, which they are calling the Mirror Knight. This Mirror Knight holds a shield that has a mirror to another dimension or another time period or something, because when she plops down the shield, we see another character trying to bust his way out of the shield, and then eventually successfully escapes. When this character escapes from the shield, he stands up before our main character and reveals that he has a very similar look to someone we know in Dark Souls 1. A lot of people have speculated that this is Oscar of Astora, the guy who frees us from the undead asylum in the beginning of Dark Souls. However, there's no real evidence to back that up. I assume people have come to this assumption because he is wearing Elite Knight armor from Astora, which Oscar of Astora also wears. However, by the same token, we could say that this character is the undead Prince Ricard, who also wears Elite Knight armor, who guards the tower in Sen's Fortress. The fact is, we don't have evidence to back up that this character is either Oscar of Astora or Prince Ricard. So I don't really go with that assumption. I want to look at a little bit more about this character. So let's look at a little bit more. It is very clear that he is wearing the Elite Knight armor of Astora. If you look at this picture of the character who came out of the mirror shield, and you look at a picture of a character from Dark Souls 1 wearing the Elite Knight armor, you can tell that almost everything matches up. The pauldron on the left shoulder is exactly the same. The belt is almost exactly the same, save for the dagger that is on his right hilt. I don't see that on the guy who came out of the mirror shield, but that could just be an oversight or a change to the design. The helmet that he is wearing is clearly a closed mask like the Elite Knight armor is in Dark Souls 1. So I think it is very clear that this guy is supposed to give some kind of revelation that, oh man, we know this guy. We know where he's from. He's possibly from Astora because he's wearing the Elite Knight armor of Astora. So I think it's pretty safe to assume that this guy is wearing the Elite Knight armor from Astora that we know from Dark Souls 1. But the thing that I found the most interesting about this guy is the weapon that he comes out of the mirror with. What does that look like? Now, I've heard some people say it's the winged spear or some other kind of spear, but no. That's very clearly a specific spear in the game. The spear that this character is holding is Ornstein's Dragon Slayer spear. Huh. Now, what's he doing with Dragon Slayer spear? Unless, of course, it's Ornstein. But no, that can't be. It can't be Ornstein. We killed him, right? In Dark Souls 1? We killed him in Smo. Or did we? Most people who are into the Dark Souls lore know that once you kill Guinevere, who gives you the Lord Vessel, everything else in Anor Londo disappears. Anor Londo, everything that's there, the Royal Sentinels, the Batwing Demons, even the sun that is shining upon Anor Londo, is an illusion created by Gwendolyn. For what purpose, we don't know. But the thing that we also don't know is that maybe Ornstein and Smo, the ones that we fight in Dark Souls 1, maybe they are also illusions. There's no way to actually verify this in game because you have to kill them before you get the option to kill Guinevere. But doesn't it seem a little strange that after all of the gods abandon Anor Londo, Ornstein and Smo would still be here defending the Lord Vessel? Why? Unless they were created as an illusion to do that. However, I don't think this is Ornstein. The guy that comes out of the mirror shield is clearly a human, and if we are to extrapolate anything from the Lord's Blade Kirin or Artorias's unreleased dialogues, or Goff's dialogues, the 4 Knights of Gwyn were not human, essentially. Kieran clearly doesn't regard herself as a human. Artorias is clearly not exactly human, although they all are humanoid type people. I don't think that they are of the race Homo sapien, to put it bluntly. So what is this guy doing with Ornstein's Dragon Slayer spear? Now, nowhere in Dark Souls does it ever say that the Dragon Slayer spear is unique to Ornstein, and we know that other knights like the Silver Knights fought in the war against the dragons alongside of Ornstein and the other 3 Knights of Gwyn. However, it's assumed that the Dragon Slayer spear is a weapon that was specifically adorned to Ornstein for his dragon slaying prowess, along with his armor. And I am 99% sure that the weapon that we see is Ornstein's Dragon Slayer spear. I mean, everything matches up. The curvature of the blade, the little handlebars on the very top of the spear, even the length of the spear is abnormally large, just like the Dragon Slayer spear. Also, if we look at the shield that the knight who comes out of the mirror has, he seems to have some sort of great shield. Now, it's too dark to make any kind of connection on what shield it is, but maybe this is a past or present version of Ornstein. Now, I don't fully believe that speculation, but it's something to keep in mind. Ornstein is the only Knight of Gwyn that we don't get any further insight into beyond fighting him and beyond his item descriptions in Dark Souls. At least the other 3 knights we actually meet and get some dialogue from, or at least know their full backstory in the case with Artorias. So it would make sense that FromSoft would want to elaborate on Ornstein's background, especially when he has maybe a dark secret. If you read his armor descriptions, it says that Ornstein is believed to be the captain of the 4 knights. I think that word is very key. Believed to be the captain. He's not known to be the captain. He is believed. So what did he do to make people believe that he's the captain, but not know 100% for sure? I think Ornstein may have a dark secret, maybe tying to Artorias going to the abyss and never coming back. However, IGN did play a demo of Dark Souls 2 where the final boss fight was the Mirror Knight from the trailer. Apparently, a secondary knight spawning from the Mirror Knight's shield is a primary mechanic of the fight, and in IGN's Rewind Theater, they revealed that the knight that came out of the shield was not the same one each time. This could possibly debunk any theories that we have about this character being significant, but knowing FromSoft, they made too big of a deal of this character in the trailer for him to not be important and not be significant. And the fact that he has the elite knight armor from Astora, an armor that is very iconic to Dark Souls because Oscar of Astora, the guy that we assume was in Dark Souls 1's trailers, everybody knows that armor, everybody knows what it looks like, and of course it being one of the best armors in the game helps. And also, the knight has the Dragon Slayer spear, which is a very iconic item in Dark Souls as well. So I do think that this character is important, but I don't want to say for sure that I know who he is because we don't. The only evidence that we have are 2 conflicting things. A knight from Astora and Dragon Slayer Ornstein's spear don't really have any connection that I can think of. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that this guy is Dragon Slayer Ornstein? Or maybe you think he's Oscar of Astora? Or maybe you even think that he's Night King Rendell of the Baldur Knights? I'm looking forward to reading the comments and hearing what other people have to say about the speculation. But until next time, my name has been Effelmimer. I thank you guys for watching, and if you want more Dark Souls lore videos like this, I have a new Dark Souls lore series in the works, and if you like this video, I'm sure you won't be disappointed by that one. So don't forget to subscribe to see my new lore series when it comes out. And until next time, I will see you guys later.